I was at the university career fair today helping lots of students review their resume and LinkedIn profile. And I've done this job thousands of different times helping numerous students and job seeker. And when I do this job, I found something quite interesting because there's one common mistakes that I often see from pretty much everyone who come to me asking resume review and LinkedIn profile is this. When they come up to me asking, can you please give me some feedback on my resume or LinkedIn, they actually miss one of the most important fundamental question they have to ask to themselves before they even ask somebody to review their resume or LinkedIn is, what is my purpose of preparing this resume or LinkedIn profile? You think this is kinds of obvious things, but it's actually a lot of students and job seekers are missing this number one first step before they even bother spending their time asking somebody to review their resume. Because, for example, okay, so nice to meet you. So what is your main reason why you're preparing this resume? What do you want this resume for? It's like, oh, I don't know, because I'm looking for a job. Or I don't know, people told me that I need to have a resume to get a job, or because at some point of time I want to get a job. So it kind of, you already fails your first very obvious basic step of job search strategy, because you need to have a quite clear reason, goal. Even if your first goal is not, I'm not looking for a job actively right now because I haven't graduated yet. Even if you ask a student, you still need to have some kinds of clear goal on why are you serving your resume. So if I can give you an example, the example could be, I'm still in university, so I'm not looking for any graduate employment yet because I'm still technically a student. But one of the immediate goals that I want to achieve, and this is how I want to serve my resume for, is because I really want to put myself out there interacting with the industry people. And I do understand resume is one of the most effective marketing tool where I can sort of capture, summarize it, my study background, but also all my relevant life experience, my volunteer experience, kind of sort of show them what kinds of person I am in terms of my academic story and my professional ambitions that I want to pursue. So that is one of the quite strategic goal that you want to actually consider setting up on why you need to bother spending your time trying to prepare a resume. Another behavior or common sort of mindset that I often observe from students is this. They say they're just so frustrated because they may have some really clear reason why they're preparing resume, because now I'm really desperately looking for internships. I really want to get some part-time job, casual job. That's why I'm preparing this resume. So tell me quickly what are the element section that I have to quickly tweak so that I can increase my chance to get an internship. It's actually a totally different approach. You gotta think about it. Your resume is of course important, but creating perfect, fancy looking resume, it's not gonna guarantee you landing in amazing internship or a part-time job or other professional experience opportunity. So this is where a lot of people make mistakes and feel quite stuck in that constant rejections and the cycles of applying and they didn't get any answer and you're just being ghosted. So where you need to actually put your mindset, energy, and time on is that how can I be strategic about making myself to be more visible, exposed to my relevant industry people. So how can I make myself more visible, approachable to industry people, professional people who already work in my desired field, where I can get more meaningful industry insights and tips and connections with those people. That's probably where you want to put your most energies and time onto that, while you're also working on how to write resume to best present yourself. The other thing that I often find from lots of people for resume review is this. Yeah, I've tried before. I tried already submitting so many resume to internship, but no one got back to me. So the only experience that I have at the moment working at the Korean restaurant and the coffee shop, and that's part-time job. So I guess that's what I need to do. So that's the experience that I have, and that's the only one that I can possibly put on my resume. So they get quite sometimes offended, maybe frustrated, because no one has given me the chance to have experience, and I constantly get rejection. So the only experience that I can put down on my resume is my casual job that where I used to work in the restaurant. So here is truth that nobody probably told you before, is that yes, I do understand that you are really struggling to get some professional experience or even internship, but the reality is that employer, especially if you're talking about where you're looking for graduate level job where your qualifications are expected by default, here's the truth that everybody will be equally as qualified as you. They will have a similar qualification, maybe from other education provider in Australia who have same degree name. So the question is, why employer should hire you than other candidate? So if your answer is going to be because of a qualification, unfortunately, that answer is not going to convince employers to really get your resume picked up. So I do understand you are still in the process of looking for work experience or internships. So where you might want to again put your energy on is, rather than trying to make perfect resume, changing this grammar, maybe this section, you really need to get out of your classroom and then connect with the industry people so that you can create those hidden work experience opportunity. And that's sometimes coming from industry connections and networking, not necessarily scrolling down to waiting for a perfect internship opportunity that you can see from the website. The last point that I want to make here, one thing that I found quite always interesting is when people come to me, can you please review my LinkedIn profile and give me feedback? The very first question I ask them, first of all, their name, what's your name? And so what is your purpose of LinkedIn? Why are you using LinkedIn? And I found this quite interesting when I hear all different answers. And one of the answer that I hear from people all the time, this is one of the very common answer that I get, is this, I don't know. So when I ask this question, they quite look shocked because they never thought about it. Oh, why do I bother using LinkedIn? So it's like when you purchase product, you need to have a reason why you're purchasing product, right? When you decide to purchase iPhone, you must have a reason why if you don't know how to use iPhone, there is no point for you to purchase those mobile phone, right? Same thing for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is one of the product. This is just one of the professional networking product platforms. So before you even opt into LinkedIn product, you kind of need to think about it. What do I want to get out of this using these kinds of product, right? So your reason is not because I want to create perfect profile. That's just one of the tools you need to utilize, the function that provided from that product. So your goal should be, for example, I really want to use LinkedIn product because I know this is one of the really good tools for me to use to start crafting my personal branding, where I can really showcase my study experience, my day-to-day life and journey. Maybe you just take a screenshot, maybe take a selfie of yourself where you actually went to one industry site. So you share one or two key takeaways, what you have actually learned from industry conversation, things like that. So this could be one of the really good reasons why you're using LinkedIn product. Or second reason could be authentically, genuinely, I really want to start expanding my quality connections within industry people. So for me to do that, maybe I can start searching some people who are working in my chosen sector. And I know LinkedIn is one of the great platform where I can actually search some people using some keyword. Maybe I can start enhancing my market awareness to really understand the different companies names or organization name, and I can check their geographical location, where those employers are actually located in. So I just want to use LinkedIn as a sort of searching tool, market research tool. So I really want everybody, before you even bother putting some pretty photo of yourself in LinkedIn profile, the first thing you got to think about is, what do I want to get out of using this LinkedIn platform? Okay, so I really wanted to highlight this fundamental question you need to ask yourself.